All right, what's going on out there? Nobody in my nobody's watching my feed, but that's fine. I don't really care. I do this for fun, so we're gonna talk about some things. I don't know what drama is already transpiring down in my comment section. Apparently, Strongman grifted Alan. Alan is responding, I really just felt sorry for him. Me. What is everybody talking about? Dex, I'm watching. Whatever. It is what it is. So, happy Veterans Day out there. We're going to talk about a few things, see where I get to. One of the things I wanted to cover is just, it's related to... we're going to cover the BBC putting out a documentary where apparently they lied about Trump, which is actually amazing to me that in the year 2025, there are people that work at the BBC that are apparently unaware that people have phones and things, and when you edit video in a deceptive manner, that the general plebes can set down their pitchforks or their torches for a hot second and verify whether what you're saying is truthful and accurate. Okay, personally, I don't understand why anybody trusts the media at all at this point. I actually don't get it. That I need somebody to explain it to me, to be honest with you, because I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm really just not getting it. I just really don't understand it. Like, I look at people, and they're watching news, CNN, Fox News, whatever it is, or I'm talking to them or something, and they'll bring up, yeah, I saw this on CNN. And I look at them and I go, okay. All right, well, this is what the news is saying. And I'm like, yeah. You know, the news was telling me that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Was that the case? I don't know, because I was actually in Iraq. I never found the weapons of mass destruction. So, I don't know. Did they have them or not? Gil's here. Sweet. We got Dex. Shout out to the veterinarians out there, and Gil's in the comment section. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, our media overlords have our pet. Yeah, right. Like, you know, it's actually amazing to me that for the past 25 years or so, everything that's happened since 9/11, that I'm literally sitting here and dude, I wonder which group of people actually controls the media that I can't say on air, because immediately after I say it, my channel will be terminated and Pegasus software will download everything on my phone. But yeah, no, I just don't get it. It's like, for the past 25 years, I'm like, can you guys name anything accurate that the media has put out in the past 25 years that would persuade me over to the side of media? like I don't know. I mean, if only we had some examples of the media lying to us. Like, I don't know, Pearl Harbor, Gulf of Tonkin, how JFK died. It's like, yeah, it's like, just like the astonishing amount of things I could just throw out there that would be an example of the media lying, and yet we still have some people believing the media. And then after we get through that, we're gonna react to Sargon of Akkad, whatever, his video. There's a World War II, because this leads into it. There's a World War II veteran that said on British national TV that fighting World War II wasn't worth it. And it's like, I've made this joke multiple times. That if I showed up to the dudes right before they stormed the beaches of Normandy and Omaha in Nebraska, and I showed them pictures or video of what America and the UK would become, that they would have promptly turned their ships around and went home. Said, fuck this noise. Because we actually lost World War II also. I don't know if people actually realize that. I mean, that is what it is. And then maybe we'll get to Sam Altman already asking for a bailout. Can't make this stuff up. The tech bros. AI is our future, and if you don't you don't understand how radical AI is going to change the world. Could we have another bailout of like $1 trillion? Maybe like 100 trillion to keep it going. And then maybe we could talk about Sydney Sweeney. That was an amazing video that went around where we might have to replace Sam Altman with Sydney Sweeney. Who did? I didn't call you retarded. I said it was stupid. After I think Gil, don't take it personal. I don't know if I did call you retarded in there. Take it with a grain of salt. I think shorting anything is stupid. Right? I don't care whether you're good at it. I think it's stupid. It's no offense. We need to figure out who controls the media. Alan, did you guys... Trump has been... it is what it is, bro. Problem with Trump, you can't get mad at him. Bro, the president's not a king. There's going to be opposition. You can't... What is getting angry at Trump going to do? And again... As much as I like Trump, I wouldn't want him to have, dictatorial powers. I think no human being does well with power, much less unlimited power. It's the stupid saying, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely, So, look, you saw Trump get nicked by a bullet. This is the reality of the people that are behind the scenes. Like Ross Perot, he got threatened a bunch too, because that's just the way the system is, man. People, when George Carlin said it's a big club and you ain't in it, he was correct. And that club doesn't want you in it. What that club wants, the club wants you to swallow, the ridiculous BS that it puts out in the media, go about your day, pay your taxes, and just go on with your life. Personally, I think that's the best way to do it anyways. How much power do we reasonably have? Look, we have it pretty good in America. You know what I mean? Things aren't perfect. And yeah, there's people out there that are evil and nasty, and they want to completely destroy the system. Personally, all I would like to see, the changes I would like to see made, is a whole lot less war. The problem is, the entire world functions on debt. You know what I mean? So it's like, when people are like, well, I want the system to do this, that, or this, it seems like both parties have a tendency towards authoritarianism when they get in charge. Like now, You've got people on the right, and they want to shut down speech and censor speech about it. Israel. Or, whatever it is. The lefties have their things they want censored. The right, the woke right, I should say, for lack of a better term, they have the crap they want censored. These people, oh, well, you shouldn't be talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination. That was totally a lone gunman who was in love with a furry trans person and shot Charlie Kirk with a .30-06 in the neck, and Charlie Kirk's magical neck bones stopped at .30-06, which could probably broadside an elk, go through an elk at probably out to 200 to 300. I know it could do it out to 300. I'm saying probably even a little bit more than that. Is what it is. Maybe not 300. 200 yards, absolutely. You could put a .308 or a .30-06 through an elk. Now, I would need to talk to some more hunters, much past that. But I'm thinking with a .30-06, you might be able to put it through an elk at 400 or 500 yards. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I would have to talk to an elk hunter. But, yeah, there's just what comes next. It's like this is the question the revolutionaries never ask. What's the next system? Let's burn it down. Now, I'm not siding with the media or dumb. Well, yeah, I asked Strongman about a one-on-one consulting. He quoted me a price. I went to his Dropbox. The price was advertised. It's being lower there, so I booked a session. It's lower price. So now I got yes to honor the lower. Yeah. I don't. Again, man. Why? I don't know. It is what it is, man. That's between y'all. I'm not getting involved in that. Yeah, I would like a bailout too, bro. Well. Bro, that's my opinion of it. If you're good at it, do it. Just because I think it's retarded doesn't mean it is. I hate procedural cop shows. Okay? There's people that like procedural cop shows. I play video games. There's people that think playing video games is retarded. We all have our form of things that we do. Yeah, I don't short. I'm not going to start shorting. I'm not good at it. If you can make money doing it, do it. Listen, man, I go even further. I told this to a guy today I was talking to. I said, look, man, if you understand the crypto market and that's your thing and there's money to be made there, don't let my opinion sway you. I think crypto's retarded, but if you know how to make money, make money. I think collecting baseball cards is fucking retarded. There's people that do that and they're good at it. Whatever, man. Are you going to sue Strongman? All right. Defamation. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch this about what the BBC did here. Because this is an important thing.
What the hell he wants to...
This is an important thing.
Let's chat about
going on in the world. Just give me a second.
AI agents.
Definitely a big one.
Okay. What? I'm going to throw this up on the screen now. But this is a big one. Because it just goes to the fact that these people are completely clueless. And here's what it is. It's what I've been saying for a while. In Sargon of Akkad, I think in this video or another video, they basically said what I've been saying about the media. And it's good to hear somebody else repeat it. I said it's a 20th century model that's breaking down in the 21st century. We're watching some BBC tonight. Yeah. It's like the worst name ever. It's British Broadcast News. Or, Big Black Cock. But yeah, like I've been saying this for a while. And it's like since the end of World War II, the media has basically had an unsaleable position. Okay? There was there was no questioning the narrative. You just couldn't do it. The news could go out there and report on anything. Like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? A lot of this, and a lot of this is just bizarre. And I think we're going to look at a Trump thing, too, that I wanted to look at. Because I want to even just show you the scene from 10 years ago. And you can't believe how much of a different world it is just 10 years ago. But let's listen to what Sargon has to say.
Is taken away from them as an ideological instrument of propaganda, then their entire project fails. In this country, anyway. They are well aware that things are getting away.
This is probably the most important reason why I think, not going to sit here and say that I'm correct, but why I think there was such mass panic over Donald Trump, coming into office, because he was an outsider, and this ruined the fact that everybody who had gotten into that club before had been vetted. We've talked about on this channel multiple times. Richard Nixon talking about what he saw at Bohemian Grove, saying it was, for those of you that don't know, he said it was the awkwardest bundle of sticks event that he had ever seen. Okay? Said, his quote is, it was the faggiest goddamn thing he's ever seen. Alright, whatever. Personally, I don't really care who you go to bed with, but this is also an understanding of the liberal masses. And, I shouldn't say the overlords. They look down. Like, the people in the Democratic Party has done the whole inclusive thing, but these elitists inside of there, they honestly think they're the understanding ones, but they're the most racist, sexist, homophobic people that there are, by just making general assumptions that somebody is a certain way because of who they like to go to bed with, what their color is, all of this, But what he said there is important. The liberal media has owned this space since the end of World War II, and now it's breaking down. The internet has broken. This is why you're seeing things like, we need a rollout of digital ID. This is the reason behind that. Because they want to go back to controlling the narrative. It's all about the narrative weave.
And that actually a weakness has been revealed here, and things will change if they don't maintain things. Now, we've actually arrived in a position that reminds me of the fall of Nineveh, which is what this picture is. This is a 19th century, I can't remember who painted it, painting of what it was like when the Assyrian Empire was finally destroyed. And honestly, I'm getting exactly the same vibes, because the Assyrian Empire was destroyed by a coalition of people. It was destroyed by the Persians, the Medes, and the Babylonians, who all realized Assyria had overreached.
And this is ultimately going to be what destroys the media. It will be a coalition.
Assyria had made itself vulnerable. And so they realized, wait, if the Assyrian army is 1,000 miles away, we might not be able to beat it on its best day, but maybe we can beat it on its worst.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have said to people. I would have said, why fight these motherfuckers? Let's just go burn their houses down when they leave. Fuck the Assyrians.
And so they stormed Asher, Nineveh, and Nimrod. I can't remember the actual name of Nimrod now. And they razed them. They committed something of a genocide against the Assyrians, to which the Assyrians never recovered, incidentally. And that was the end of the most tyrannical empire the world had seen to that point. And honestly, I view the BBC in exactly that way. They know what they're doing. They know precisely the ideological games they play, and they know that honestly, the Islamic State had a good term for it. They called it the media halo, and what it is a kind of rewriting of history, a kind of way of propagandizing the masses with just this beam that goes outwards across the entire world and says, no, this is how things are. And they understand that having access and control of such such a tool means that they can lie to you forever. They can lie and lie and lie, and no matter what you say, no matter what you do, their lies will always be louder and more powerful than your truth. And so they are very, very worried that actually the BBC, Nineveh, is actually vulnerable because it's overreached and it's going to be stormed and
We won't get to it in here, but he makes a legitimate point. As an American, this is my question. Why are you, as British citizens, forced to pay for the BBC? Well, this would be probably from the liberal media, the response would be something like, well, we need to balance this out or balance that out. We need to have this voice or that voice. But again, as a person who just sits back, and I could say this. Let's go with NPR and PBS. When Trump defunded those, and the government funding of things is such a tangled web of bullshit. I don't know that funding to NPR or PBS by the government has stopped, but I had people on Facebook who are up in arms about NPR and PBS, and I'm like, look, dude, here's the point. Well, it's just like 1% or whatever the percentage is. This is a point. Why do I have to pay any money for PBS? Why do I have to pay money for the BBC if I'm a British citizen? What? Are we paying, the BBC so they can protect pedophiles? Is that the reason why you have to pay for them? Because they have to run cover for a bunch of pedos? But whatever. It is
burned down. So to give you an impression of just what's happened here, the BBC decided to lie. They decided to tell a bold-faced lie. Just an incredible lie, actually. So brazen that you would think they wouldn't have the balls to do it. But when you've been in the position where you've been the hegemon for such a long time, and there's been no one around who can challenge you.
Yeah, again, they think their position is unassailable. They think that nothing can touch them. But again, here in Sargon, I just want to watch the stuff on Donald Trump. I'll make a few points about something that he shows, but
I guess you get complacent. So this is the clip that everyone is objecting to. This is from Panorama. Now, BBC's Panorama series, documentaries, quote unquote, has been very controversial and has been caught lying many times before, but we'll get into that in a bit. This is the latest lie, because normally the people that they lie about don't have the power to punch back. They don't have the power to do anything about the fact that the BBC just lies. And when I say lies, I'm not even saying misrepresenting the truth, although that is what happened in this case. In many cases, and we'll cover it in a bit, this is going to be a long stream, by the way, so strap in. We have got a lot to cover today. In many cases, they literally make stuff up. They make up things that did not happen, and they tell you things that have no corresponding event in reality to map to. They've done this about me, they've done this about Jeremy Corbyn, they've done this about other people, they have done this about anyone that they please, because they were the BBC and they could get away with it. And they thought, we can just make something up about Trump. But actually, Donald Trump is the President of the United States. Donald Trump has a suite of lawyers at his beck and call. Donald Trump is a very litigious man. And Donald Trump, really poorly, because You'll notice that there are some cuts here. What's this cut about? We're going to walk down to the Capitol, cut, and I'll be there with you. Oh, well, I guess that's just the contiguous statement of Donald Trump, and they just flipped cameras during the broadcast. No, that's not what happened. Here's the actual broadcast.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Businesses everywhere are turning to Gusto for payroll, benefits, and more. Save time.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. We're going to walk down to the...
You see the difference? He didn't say...
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get through. But, this is the thing. Like, I'm not understanding something. Why does anybody trust the BBC or the media at this point? I'm just not getting it. How much more information do you need? How many more times do they need to lie to you? How many more times do they need? And this, like, I'm picking on the BBC, but this goes for CNN. This goes for Fox News. This goes for MSNBC. Like, you literally, within the last 5 years, saw the entire media apparatus turn on you to start attacking you if you wouldn't take an experimental medicine. If it could even be considered a medicine. Okay, like, literally, you've seen countless times where the media has gone after, some person for allegedly being, a white supremacist or whatever. Or how about the media reporting on the Canadian truckers? And they have basically the Canadian equivalent of the BBC. Whatever. I think it's the Canadian Broadcast Channel or whatever it is, CBC. But again, I go back to, why is it that the average citizen, the average working man, why is he forced, or she forced, to give up their hard-earned money to give it to a government propaganda outlet? It's all the BBC is. It's a government propaganda outlet. It's where they propagandize you with what the liberal economic order wants. What were the institutions that were droning on and on about climate change? And then, Bill Gates comes out. He talks about how it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. Leonardo DiCaprio is out there talking about climate change still, not seeing the irony. He's talking about the Amazon when, they cut a road through the Amazon so all the billionaires can come and do whatever billionaires do at these banquets. They don't accomplish anything. They sit around and they give speeches and they give each other awards. And, nothing gets done. Now, personally, you can like this or not like this. I don't really care. It's not going to change. I don't give a fuck in the slightest about climate change. In fact, I would like everybody to shut the fuck up about climate change. Here's why. Nobody is actually taking any action on climate change. Besides, the World Economic Forum wanting carbon credit markets, whatever that is, right? What's carbon credit? Oh, that's so, a rich guy like Bill Gates or whoever, Oracle founder Larry Ellison, in between, shutting down any criticism of the people of the book, right? Nobody actually gives a shit about climate change, right? I certainly know I don't, right? I actually sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times, money laundering, it is. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, it's money laundering. Yeah, pay a poor person, carbon credits, whatever. They started in England putting, and I mean, this is all the media. They're putting, like, the amount of, like, carbon credits or whatever on, like, a sandwich. How many carbon credits does it take to create this sandwich? The answer, if somebody asked me, Jay, how many carbon credits do you think that it took to make that chicken sandwich for you? I would go, I honestly don't give a fuck. Okay? Like, I'm not going to care about climate change till these oligarchical assholes. The only reason I'm calling them oligarchical assholes is because they keep lecturing me about climate change. Again, and then the media comes along working in concept with them, and they go, oh, it's only, if we don't tackle climate change by 2030, the universe will implode. Okay? Well, I'm not giving up shit, so I don't know what you want to do about that. I mean, it's like, you're going to see soon, probably, like, the media in conjunction with the oligarchs talking about how great living in 15-minute cities are. It's like the same media that lectures you if you don't think it works hand in hand with the government. We had a literal actual national sacrifice on TV to the altar of, I don't know what you want to call it, DEI, whatever it is, Jazz Jennings. We watched a parent abuse their child, convince their child. Now look, I'm going to throw it out there. Nothing wrong with, it's not my business what you do, right? It's just not. And I don't really care that much. Okay? Like, some people are like, oh, did you see that dude in a dress? I go, yeah, and I didn't care. That's his business, not mine. I honestly don't care about any of that. That's how you are, that's how you are. It's not a big deal to me, right? But Jazz Jennings went through with the full surgery. Okay? Nobody stepped in to stop this. You watched a parent convince a child that they were the opposite sex and then get the surgery, and that was on TV. Okay? There's just another, I'm just throwing this out there about, it's right. Like, it's only a matter of time before Greta starts an but, I mean, Greta, you get mad at these people, but Greta Thunberg, Operation Mockingbird. That's another thing I should have just brought up in the beginning. You've heard of Operation Mockingbird. That's the media. It was taken over by the deep state. It's in every government around the world. It's every country around the world. It's not just America. And yet, that's why it's so infuriating when you sit there and they just keep repeating a narrative and you're like, no. And they're like, well, we're just going to keep repeating the narrative. If you repeat a lie often enough, people believe it. Will believe it. That only works when you don't have access to the truth. Okay? That's how you got there. That leads me into, that, like, this veteran saying that, fighting in World War II wasn't worth it. The narrative is breaking down because the noticing has happened. WWW2 vet England not worth it. They'll even put this up. I'm amazed. Yeah, right here. Alright, we're going to watch this too. Because, I mean, again, this is another part of the narrative. The origin story. I lived in the UK. They send flyers to your house to nag and guilt you into paying the BBC. It's like £100 per year. Never paid it. Yeah, fuck the BBC. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's what I would say on the BBC in England. I'd be like, I wouldn't give you guys a pence for the shit reporting that you do. But, yeah.
The Bay Area is home. We are a community through thick and thin. And I really think you guys...
So we'll start with a look at today's front pages and
Let
lots
me
of big
find
stories
this out
going
here.
on, including the best-selling newspaper in the country, the Sun newspaper. Sarah avoids memories of the war, and he said, I'll be honest with you, if I look at modern Britain, it wasn't worth it. Have we got the clip, big team? Let's play that clip. Play the clip.
Our message is, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm
What
sorry.
do you mean by that, though?
Well, what we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Graham Davis, there'll be plenty of people that will agree with this man, because we have a very disordered society. We've got rife shoplifting. You've got masked men walking down the street shouting, "Globalise the Intifada." It's not a great look for these heroes who sacrificed so much for our freedom.
He and his colleagues and his friends fought for 6 years against fascism to protect our freedom, and now we're an island nation that can't even protect its own borders. I can understand his feeling of just sheer sickness.
Well, that's right, and it's not just the illegal arrival of 50,000 people a year, most of whom, by the way, will stay. It's also the open borders policy of legal net migration, isn't it? Now, Britain is a multi-ethnic country, and that's...
No, it's not. America is. Okay? England is for the English. Wales for the Welsh. Like, my personal opinion on this, I'll just throw it out there. Like, my personal opinion is, you know, in America, yeah, anybody should be able to come here. That's what I think. You know, as long as you want to assimilate, be a good neighbor, I don't care. But if you're a country like England or whatever, you're a country in Africa or a country in Asia, and you want to sit there and you want to go, or Mexico, whatever. But if you want to say, no, like, this is Vietnam for the Vietnamese. Yeah, that's your business. I have a problem with that. Japan, if they're like, we want low levels of net migration, that's the Japanese right. I don't know, we became committed after World War II to this globalist system. It doesn't need to be a globalist system where everybody moves everywhere. You can trade with everybody around the planet, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, can you imagine being a World War II vet like that guy and just watching your country just be destroyed and conquered by Islam? It's not, a lot of the people that are ending up in Europe are not your standard Muslims. A lot of them are kicked out of Islamic countries because they're a problem and they don't want to deal with them. This is a fact. You get mad about it. I'm at this point now where I just don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit about the name calling. I'm not going to even allow you to try and play the Karl Popper regressive tolerance game with me. Or maybe it was Saul Alinsky, one of those stupid communist awkward bundles of sticks. One of those guys, whoever it is, but it's like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to say whatever I think. I don't care. This is the reaction. You know, it's like, there's this woman at work, who's just constantly rude and nasty. And I told her the other day, just looked at her, and I went, you are a rude, obnoxious human. Said it right to her. She's from Boston, so of course she's got to go, what did you say? I said, you're a rude, obnoxious person, and we probably shouldn't communicate anymore. Because you're not going to like where this goes. I'm exactly at that point with everybody. Everybody who wants to play the regressive tolerance game. You know, where they're trying to do this thing that they tried to do with Sydney Sweeney to get her to apologize, which, you know, was great that she just looked at this woman and goes, oh, you bitch, I know what you're doing. Sydney Sweeney's a smart girl. She knew what to do. But that's all I'm saying is, like, you know, this guy's up here saying, oh, we're a multi-ethnic society. It's like, even that's how total and complete the victory used to be. That you're using their words and engaging in their game. Just don't play it. That's the easiest way to win a rigged game. Don't play the game. You cannot win with these people. The people in the media, they're never. You're never going to be able to go there and make a coherent, salient argument. They have the bully pulpit. They're going to use it. But the question is, how much longer is anybody going to believe? And you can tell the intelligent side versus the dumb side. You just go, yeah, you believe the media? And if somebody tells you, yeah, no, I'm pretty confident in the media, you know you're just dealing with a dumb person. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that you're trotting these veterans out. And, oh, bro, yeah, it's only going to get worse as they lose control of the narrative. You see, it's like, bro, nobody cares about low levels of immigration. But when you start importing people at a certain rate, and then you're going to the English people, we're a multi-ethnic society. No, you're actually not. You're actually a homogenous society. Okay? Like, that's just the reality of it. Now, if you want to make it a multicultural society, that's fine. But don't sit there and say that we are. And then go, I love this. Who do you think they're speaking to when they go, we? It's not you. It's not you at all. It's their voting constituency. That's who they're... You know, when Zoran Mamdani smiles, you know, the way that he smiles. Zoran Mamdani. You see this? Here, I'm going to put it up here. It's like, this is how total and complete the training is and who they're dealing with. But you see this? You see these smiles like this? The way he smiles? That's a virtue signal to liberal elites, specifically white liberal elites, that I'm safe, that I'm not a dangerous person. Because I will say this right now. This guy's smile, the way he overdoes it, can get your ass kicked in certain blue-collar areas. Smiling at somebody like that, and that guy likes to do it, even when he's out, see, it's just a fake fucking smile. Because this dude he's had media training, because his mom worked for Disney or whatever. But that smile, that's a smile meant to disarm you. And when somebody smiles like that you don't know, you should be completely on guard. I'm actually amazed that, you know, there's anybody that has any level of trust left in the media apparatus. Carbon credits, money laundering. Well, I mean, yeah, it's basically, I mean, it is what it is. It's paying poor people not to pollute so that you can commodify everything. Most people are hurting out here to worry about climate change. Most are folks. Yeah, I mean, this is the amazing thing about, celebrities and their, pet projects. It's amazing to me that these people will go to like a blue collar dude or woman. They're just, like you said, trying to put food on their table. And they'll look at him and they'll be like, I don't understand why you're not more, interested in addressing the climate change crisis. And you're like, bro, I got to worry about putting food on the table for my kid. I don't have time to worry about some fucking far off problem that I don't really give a shit about. And no, I'm not giving anything up. Ugh. We've been in the UK. Obviously, as a racist, sexist, and an Islamophobe. He needs to be deplatformed right now. Thank you, brother. Just got back from my daughter's hoops game. She's in the 5th, 6th grade hoops. She has a girl. Jesus Christ. I was a girl in 5th, 6th grade, 6'2". Is that a special type of woman? Is that a girl or someone who identifies as a girl? Speaking of knowing, I'm talking to a stupid person. How the hell did you all have echoes in your crew for a hot minute, retard along? Well, dude, I said some shit to Chris about that because I had my suspicions. I don't hate the guy, but there were certain things that he did that I keyed in on. And yeah, I went on his YouTube channel. He came on mine. It is what it is, but I brought this up. There were things that I spotted. And also, in my defense, during that time, I was taking Otezla. And Otezla was massively screwing me up. It had been for years. Not sleeping. When I would take it, I would get this massive burst of euphoria from it. So, like, I was not as, alert as I am now. That's how bad Otezla was screwing me up. It had almost like a fuck. Yeah, well, I brought that up with Chris. I said, that dude has a politician's smile. Okay? Because it was something that I cued in on. And I pointed that out in a Meet Kevin also. Some dude goes, oh, I don't know what's up with your body analysis. I was just talking about how Meet Kevin has a fake smile. But yeah, I'm not going to necessarily disagree with you, but haha, no, she's 100%. Oh, damn. Wonder if, well, here's what it is. I'll tell you the truth. He did some things. I didn't really trust him. I like him, but you can like somebody and they're not trustworthy. I grew up with a guy. I'm still friends with him today. Not that I would worry about any woman that I dated with this guy, hooking up with this guy. But what I'm saying is, if I left this dude alone, he would try and bang your girl. We all know about that. We're all nice to him. I still call him when I come home. I go, hey man, what's going on? I go to the bar. And is he a threat to me? Not really. You know what I mean? Guy doesn't have the best hygiene. He's not a bad looking guy. He's really dumb. But he's weird. He's book smart, but has no common sense. He's not the most successful dude. But again, I hang out with him. I like the guy. But would I trust him with money or a woman or anything like that? No. So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. Also, you have to remember, Echo's worked in politics. So you pick that stuff up or you have some level of training. I just cue in on it because I'm older. A lot of people can't see it, but it's like, it's just the life I've lived. Not that I've lived like some, novel-worthy life, but just being out in the bars when I was young, just being around a lot of people, I learned over time certain patterns. And there was always something unsettling to me about the fake smile. Like, I would look at certain people when they would smile at me, and I go, something bothers me about the way that motherfucker smiles. And I couldn't figure it out till I was probably in my late 30s. And I was just reading one day. I was just looking at pictures of different people smiling. It was basic, and it was like, oh, there it is, man. It's right there. It's that simple. What I don't like is the eyes aren't smiling. That's what I don't like. And, that's what I realized. Basically, dude, you smile from your eyes. And that's where it is. What are you saying down here? Is that ever you? You're older than me, boy. Yeah, no, right. But, I don't know, guys. I'm probably going to call it here. Mostly because I'm tired. I went and did the sauna today. I probably didn't. I was going to get to the Sam Altman thing, but again, I think what I'm going to have to start doing is doing a couple more lives during the week. But everything got screwed up with going to the weekends. But yeah, I'm just probably going to call it here because I'm kind of tired. And let me just say, I appreciate you guys tuning in, whether you spend a minute here or the whole time. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And I think I'm back Sunday. I'll have to see when I go to work tomorrow. I don't know when I come off weekends, but so it is what it is. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Hope I provided some laughs there. And have a great week. Alright, guys. And oh no, dude, I went to the gym. I went to the gym and I just hit the sauna up there, and I was probably in there too long. But yeah, I probably need to get one of those at Costco, but it's just too much on the electricity. So I'll go to the gym. But anyways, guys, thanks, and I hope you guys have a great night, and I'm out.